TVR Universe, I am Dave and I am back. If this is your first time here, I'm Dave from TVR Creators and I make weekly YouTube tips help you build your brand. If that sounds interesting to you, subscribe now. Now, on this live stream, for those of you that are familiar with my channel, this is a completely different time to normal. I just thought I would branch out to more people on YouTube, and also I thought I would just share some thoughts I'm thinking about, and properly, you know, because I've been off, I just want to bring you guys value. Now today I want you to think about some of the things that you may want to think about when uploading your videos. Now the first thing I want you to think about is the title and the best way to do that. This is something I want you to highly think about a lot. Now, when making your titles, this is something I want you to think about. So when you're doing your search, say you're thinking, right, I want to make a video about, you know, baking cakes, for example. It's the first thing that came into my head. I just want you to bear in mind, right, okay, that's the keyword, that's what I want, that's what the video's about, that's what people are going to be searching for. So type that into YouTube, and straight away it will give you 10 phrases that people have typed in initially to, you know, that event, and then you'll get a rough idea of what people have been putting in, like the best ways to bake Victorian cakes, or, you know, whatever that pops up, and then go and just go, okay, right, wicked, and then go, right, how can I bring in the human element? How can I make a title engaging? So what you do from there, add a bit to the front of the title, something that grabs people's attention, like don't miss this, or or it could be something like the 5 best ways to bake a cake, so that sort of niches it down a little bit. Maybe the year in 2021, for example, or it could be like, oh, the best hack ever, or I don't know, the best cake you've ever seen, or something like that, and it just adds a bit of like, oh, okay, cool. So from that, you want to make a thumbnail that backs that up. So from there you're going, okay, cool, wicked. So you want to make a thumbnail that's clear. So think your thumbnail like a poster. Probably your best example is like a movie poster, stuff like that. And straight away, you know pretty much, unless it's a bad poster, exactly what it is. And you're like, okay, wicked. You know, you can see exactly what the film is, who's in the film, blah, blah, blah. And figure that with your thumbnail. Okay, it's a slightly different mechanic that you'll use, slightly different design technique perhaps, but the principle is the same. So something very clear about what you're talking about is something very to think about. You could have just 1 or 2 words. I've constantly experimenting with pictures of myself in this particular live stream. On the initial upload anyway, I've just gone for text just to be a bit different, to entice people that don't know me, because I tend to find, especially with new people, you know, in a nice possible way, if you're new here, welcome, but you know, you've never met me before, so you might be a bit like, oh, who's this? So, you know, if you saw my face on the thumbnail, you might just be like, who's that? So I just thought, you know, something a bit different, but obviously if you know me, then you're straight on there. But I prefer to have thumbnails that have my face on them, just so my, you know, you guys, my core subscribers that are watching this, will also realise that you'll think, oh, it's Dave's new video. It's, you know, it's a new video about where he's talking about YouTube tips, etc. So bear all this information in mind. This is something that you want to think about when you're uploading your videos. Now you could say, why aren't you showing this on the screen? But I just wanted to just talk a few things over with you, so you can just think about on the whole when uploading your video. I'm going to do a much better video on this actually in a few weeks that I made today at the time of this video, that we're going into much more detail, much more specifics to give you guys the core value. So if you don't want to miss that, subscribe to the channel now and you'll be able to watch that in a few weeks. It's going to be an absolute brilliant video. It took me about an hour and a half to edit, which is quite a long time for me, because I tend to edit my videos in about 40 minutes. So I really put extra effort into making that video give you pure value. Now, if you're getting value from today's video, smash that like button. Feel free to share this with family and friends. Let's just see if anyone's in the live stream. Oh, cool. We've got some people. I'm just going to put a little tag. Hello and welcome. Feel free to ask your questions. Now, just bear in mind that I can't always see what it. Whoa, what happened there? We had a full-blown freeze then. It's all good. So if you've got your questions, feel free to answer them. That's awesome. So, you're thinking of your thumbnail. If this is giving you value, hit that smash like button. Now, if you've just joined us and you watch us live, I'm Dave from TVR Creators, and I make weekly YouTube tips helping you build your brand. If that sounds interesting to you, subscribe now. Now, I want you to think about uploading your video then. So, I'm going to think about descriptions now. And I want you to think of two elements. So in everything you do, I want you to think of value. It's massively important in everything you do in YouTube. And I want you to think, be selfless. It's not about you. Obviously have fun, bring value to yourself, but ultimately you're bringing value to others for the platform. Think about building a community around your channel. This is massively important. So when you think of your description, I want you to think, right, do a brief paragraph, maybe a couple of paragraphs about what that video is about, sort of thing. You know, maybe a few little hints about what might be in the video, maybe adding a few keywords, but not in like a deliberate, annoying way, sort of like in a natural, you know, sentence by sentence way, so it just reads naturally. And also, the other element within this is it helps YouTube to identify the audience and the people that you want your video to go, you know, to be put in front of, and hope that they click on it. So this is why it's massively important that your thumbnail is clickable, clear, obvious what it is, brings value. So if you've got a really good description, that just helps. Now, a couple of tips I'm going to share with you, because if you're new here or if you're already a core fan, just listen to this awesome little fact. What I tend to do is you can set up a default for your descriptions in your YouTube Studio app, and you can literally have a default description. And what you want to have in that is what I tend to have is just like video description. So that reminds me personally to write about that particular video. Bear in mind, this is for every video. And then underneath that, you might want to, like, you know, check out more content, subscribe, you know, all that sort of stuff. Then you might want a good idea is to have a few links, but given a bit of reason what the links are about. So for example, other videos that people might want to watch. You know, if you enjoy this video, you might watch this video on such and such. Again, going back to the baking, just because that's what's in my head in a minute. I'm obviously thinking about food as it's lunchtime here. So thinking about that, you might want to add a couple of playlists. And what I've got different links to different things. Then later on, I've got like links to the platforms. If you want to see when our newest videos are up, you can follow the TVR Creators on Twitter and Instagram. And that's just a great way to just see what's going on behind the scenes or what videos are coming up next, unless I do random stuff like this. But, you know, that's just really cool. And you might want to bear that in mind, but don't worry too much. Concentrate on your channel. And then at the bottom, you might have a few disclaimers and a couple of tags. I tend to only put 3 tags. Apparently, YouTube only takes note, and this ain't about your tags, this is still in your description, if that makes sense. So YouTube will only show the first 3 tags. I tend to put them at the bottom, just out the way of the description, and they will appear above your title. That again just helps identify to YouTube what your video is about. And apparently you can have up to 15. I personally don't bother because, you know, you've got the tag section, so I put my tags in that. I'll talk about that briefly in a moment. But it does say after 15 tags within your description, YouTube will just take no notice of it, and it's just sort of pointless. So just bear that in mind. But I just tried to think of the 3 most important things to do that video, and they're the 3 tags. I then go into tags. So let's talk about tags then. If you're getting value from this video, smash the like button if you haven't already. If you're new here, welcome to the TVR universe. I'm so happy to meet you. I'm Dave from TVR Creators. So in your tags then, I'm right in there. Again, when you think about your titles again, so write, you know, best baking, you know, whatever your video is about. Let's do gaming for a change. Call of Duty, and then see what phrases come up. Copy and paste a few of those phrases. Maybe think of what people, you know, might think about your audience. So how would they think to type in what they're going to type to find your video? So, you know, the best levels, you know, the best weapons in Call of Duty, or the best, I don't know, best milk for using to bake a cake, or what's the best eggs to use, you know, things like that. It's funny what you might come up with. Bear in mind you've got 500 characters. That's something to bear in mind. But you don't have to use all of them. And just note that YouTube is considering slowly getting rid of tags. They're becoming less important. But while the feature's there, use it. Anything that can help push your video and your content to more people, bear that in mind. But don't get overstressed about it. Oh God, I need to fill in all 500 characters, or oh, are the phrases right? If you put, you know, a good few obvious phrases, that will probably just help show to a few more people. So bear that in mind. Now, something I thought I'd briefly share is in the YouTube Studio app. Think about your audience again. Then, if you're getting value from this information, smash the like button, subscribe, share with family and friends. And look at where your audience are coming from. So if you're getting, I don't know, say you're in America or Europe or England or whatever, you might want to think, right, okay, so that's the type of people that I'm attracting. Fair enough. So you want to try and think, right, consistency. So I want to think, right, I want to make my videos at sort of after tea time. I don't know. I tend to do my Tuesday videos. If you've not seen them yet, go and check out my Tuesday bite-sized videos at 7 o'clock. And I try to do that consistently every week. And then people, you know, building your community, people get used. So that's the time you'll bulk your videos. And it can be whenever you want. It can be Monday morning. It could be Wednesday afternoon. Whenever you think. And test it, especially to begin with. Really do test. And even if you're a pro and you've been doing this for years, there's nothing wrong with testing all the time. You know, exactly now, I don't tend to post videos on Monday. But I just thought, you know what, why not? But the bulk of your videos, make sure they're consistent and you start doing the same time every week. So the same people will come back, your subscribers will come back, oh yeah, I need to watch, you know, Dave's Tuesday's videos or Dave's Friday's live stream, and you know, you'll build a community around that. So bear that in mind. So don't have it all over the place. It's okay to have your bulky videos and add other videos if, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, testing again. So, you know, that's something else to bear in mind. Now, something I wanted to say is, if for whatever reason you discover actually, for whatever reason, your audience come from the other side of the world, you might want to post your videos in the middle of the night, because obviously if they're on the other side of the world, they'll be more likely to see it, pop up on their phones, etc. So bear in mind, think of your audience again, and you know, think of those sort of things, and then use your Studio app to work out how long people are watching your content. So you'll always get a massive dip to begin with, but if you can get about 50-60% on a good video, that's brilliant. And if you need to make your videos a little bit shorter to gain that, you know, really concentrate. I think it's better personally to make a really good 5-10 minute video than a 30-40 or even a 10-minute video that's just rubbish. I really think it's about really trying to make quality for your audience, because, you know, for your subscribers that watch your videos on a weekly basis, they want to watch good content. For people that are new, you know, if they've never seen you before, try and think of every video as a brand new video, and you don't want, you know, to their first video that they see of yours is like, what the hell is this? And so bear that in mind. I'm just going to brief look to see if there's anyone in there. That's cool. That's wicked. We've had some people watching. Wicked. That's quality. I'm liking that. That's awesome. So yeah. So just bear all this in mind. So yeah. So if you want to find us on the platforms, we're on Twitter. We're on Instagram, and we have a really nice growing Facebook community on Facebook. It's the link to all this is in the description, so go and check it out. Oh, one power tip I will share you, if you can, and there's no reason why you can't really, try to do a pinned comment within your comments, because people will look in the comments, or if they're going to comment you know, on your video, then they'll be quite likely to see that pinned comment. And I quite often will copy and paste my description as a pinned comment, because not everybody will look at the description, but they might look at the comments, and vice versa. So bear that in mind, because everyone thinks differently. So you've got to think of the psychology again of the audience. You know, so think about all these things. So so question of the day then, what do you think, and comment in the comments below, what do you think is the most important to your audience? I'm not going to say anything else about that. I'll just be interested to see what you guys have to say about that. So it'll just be really interested. So comment in the below what you think is the most important to your audience. So there you go. Anyway, so there we go. If you want to support the channel, you can check out our merch. I've got my cup at the minute. I have got my cup. It's over there. Why not? For you new people who haven't seen it, you can check out our merch. There's a link in the description. You can buy one of them if you want to, or if you really want to support the channel or any channel content creator that you enjoy, watch from start to end without skipping, and that's a great way. Like, comment, subscribe, fantastic ways to support me or any content creator that you get value from. So if you got value from today's video, I'm Dave from TVR Creators. I make weekly content to help you build your brand here on YouTube, to grow your YouTube channel. I've really enjoyed this live stream today. Just so you know, for those of you watching this on the replay or those of you watching live, tomorrow is going to be an awesome video. I'm doing a 3-part editing series. The first part's going to be at 7 o'clock tomorrow UK time, so watch out for that. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And this Friday at 6 o'clock UK time again, I will be doing another live stream which will be a bit longer than this, and it will be how to edit your YouTube videos. So I'll be showing you in live time how I edit mine, just to give you a few ideas how you might want to edit yours. So if you got value from that, hit the like button, subscribe, have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this content. Thank you so much for watching on the replay or live. If you watch it live, also if you watch the replay, you guys rock. And let's sing it all together now. You guys rock!